So today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get both the Logistician and the Forager pawn specialization here in Dragon's Dogma 2. These can both be obtained by completing the Heel of History side quest. One is then obtained by Kendrick, who you can see just behind me here in the picture, and one is then obtained from Malcolm. So I'm going to go over how you can complete this quest and how you can actually pick up the terms afterwards. But firstly, what do each of these do? Firstly, the Logistician's term is a term that grants a pawn the Logistician Specialization, allowing them to combine materials and move items between allies packs as they see fit. So they will essentially combine things into curatives for you and make sure that you don't reach the very heavy or heavy stages. They'll keep you down at the average where it is possible to do so. So this is a very useful one, and it's something that a lot of people look out for when they are trying to hire other people's pawns, because it is very helpful. So if you do want to increase your Rift Crystal income, it's a great one to have. Then the Forager term is a term that grants a pawn the Forager Specialization, allowing them to mark the location of enhancement materials on the map. Now this again can be very good if you are trying to find more curatives or more materials in general. It will show you where they are on the map. You may have seen this in some of your gameplay where you get the kind of the crystal looking emblem that appears on the minimap. This is what this specialization does, and again, because less people are taking this one, more people are going for the Logistician one, you could put this one on your main one so that you have access to it, or then you can swap it out. Now it's worth noting that you can't put more than one of these specializations on your main pawn at one time, so you will have to pick which one you want active. There is a couple more that I am going to have videos here on the channel on very shortly, so stay tuned if you want to get those ones, but this is what we're going to cover today. So jumping straight into it, you want to talk to Kendrick. To find Kendrick, you'll head down to the slums area, and just in front of the Gracious Hand building, he will be stood out here asking for arms for the poor. Now you will have to do two things. You'll have to give him food and you'll have to give him coin. Now I've already done the food, so I'm going to give a donation of coin. It's going to cost you 1,000 gold. So if you haven't got that yet, you do want to be able to make sure you can give him that amount. You click yes, and then he's going to give you this side quest. Now he's going to ask you to aid him with something else, and this is where Malcolm comes into it. So this is the person that will give you the Forager term after completing this side quest. So once you've spoke to this guy, he's going to ask you to seek out information. There'll be 3 kids in this area. You need to speak to each of them about where they last saw Malcolm, and then that will take you to the next part of the quest. So the first one is going to be right here, it's Harvey. Then another one here, Rick. Another one here, Amy. And then once you have spoken to those 3 NPCs, you then go back and speak to Kendrick again. He basically deciphers that this little tower next to the Gracious Hand is where Malcolm must have climbed through this hole here, which then he goes and opens up for you, and you can continue the quest. You then simply venture down into here. You're going to have to make your way around this location. It is worth looking around a little bit as well, because there is some treasure chests in this area that you can go ahead and grab whilst you are exploring. And then when you get to the location you've just seen me run to there, you'll find Malcolm. Now just as a warning here, this is a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to see any spoilers as to how the story might pan out, then skip to the next part of the video. There will be timestamps on the bottom bar of the video here. But essentially what we then do is go to this library, underground archive library type thing here that Malcolm has found. Now you can run around here. There is going to be some lootable items that you can pick up, as well as the treasure chests that I mentioned on the way in, if you do want to explore this area a little bit. And again, spoiler warning, I'm going to tell you what this room is used for now, but it is for the main story quest when you are asked to find an area or with lots of books for the prisoner that you need to help out the magistrate. Then this is the area that you can bring them to and give them access to, and then they will come out of their cell to be able to aid you. So this is very worthwhile doing. You then want to make your way out of that area once you have completed that side quest. If you want to check if you've actually completed it or not, you can obviously go onto the quest tab, click over to complete, and you can see the Heel of History here is then completed. And then you want to wait a day, so you can either go to the inn, your house, or any of the rest benches around, and simply wait for a day so that the NPCs will come back out to the top of that area. Now, once you have actually completed this side quest and waited a day, if you go back into the area here just in the slums, Kendrick will approach you and give you the Logistician's term, as you can see there, which is really useful, and you can obviously use that to give your main pawn the Logistician Specialization. And also, if you see Malcolm in the area, keep walking around until you see him. He'll wave at you and then approach you, and he will obviously give you the Forager's term as well, which means that you've then got both of these things, which you will find in your inventory. You can see here, you go to items and you go to implements, and you'll see here both of these. To equip one of them, I'm going to go for the Logistician's term. You simply left click on it or select it if you're on any of the consoles, click use, and then it says your main pawn has the Logistician Specialization, and as you can see in the bottom right there, if you haven't done this before, you will get an achievement for this as well. So that is a quick and simple guide on how you can get both the Forager and the Logistician Specializations for your main pawn in Dragon's Dogma 2. If you have found the video useful and informative, please do drop me a like and a subscribe down below, and make sure you've got the notification bells on, because I'm going to have tons and tons more Dragon's Dogma 2 content here on the channel very shortly, not to mention how you can get the other specializations for your main pawn that we know about so far, and of course the more I work on the game and find out how to get the rest, I'll bring that to you among many other videos, so do stay tuned for that. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again very shortly on a brand new upload, so take care and peace.